There we go. Welcome to Unlimited Power. My name is D-Rob, and I'm excited to stream today. We're going to be streaming some Tarkin. This is a Tarkin deck that was piloted recently this past weekend on June 21st, 2025 at a Planetary Qualifier. I have a description of the I have a link to the deck in the description down below. You also can see the winner or the player here. They went... They made the top 8. They took 5th place. They did really well all day with a 10-6 total game record, with going 5-2 going into the top 8. I thought this deck was really fun. I'm a big fan of Tarkin from the original set. I really like when we can play tribes in TCGs. Tribes are where essentially you're playing cards all with similar traits. So Tarkin, apparently, he assists those with the Imperial trait here with his ability to give experience tokens to those units. Does cost 1 resource and an action and an exhaust, but there's some value in it. So I saw this list and I thought it was really fun, and I wanted just to play it on stream tonight. You're not going to see any new cards added on here just because that does require me doing some printing of some proxy cards before the set is released, but we'll have cards available as early as July 4th, so not much longer here. So as you can see in this list, there's a lot of fun 2-drops in here, some with win defeated abilities. We have some great shielded units and some tricks to move those cards around. Early on in this game, it's a very aggressive blue-green package with some strong setup, but your late game is your typical blue-green villain package. We have Avenger, Super Laser Blast, Reinforcement Walker, Vader, Rivals Fall, Overwhelming Barrage. So once we get to the 5 and up, we kind of know what we're playing here the rest of the time. Breckenridge, I love it. Bridge, Tarkin has no need for ancient religions. He does not. He's here for power. And I think we got that here. So let's go ahead and head to the stream where we have my partner here, Jay, waiting to play with us. Don't need that. There we go. Boom. So we are set up here. Jay's going to be testing out Sabine against Tarkin. Now, if you didn't notice in the deck list, this is actually a 55-card deck list. And I thought that was interesting, but I'm having some fun with it. You don't have much filtering in your deck, and by that I mean you're not going to be... There's not a lot of draw, there's not a lot of search, there's not a lot of smuggle, so you're not going to be going through your deck that quickly, but you do have more options for Vader to pull out some strong stuff. And again, I thought this list was fun, and I think that's what we can do with that is, again, have some fun. This here. Okay. I'm all set, and let's see who's going to go first, Tarkin or Sabine. So classic set 1 showdown here. I got a 9, and you got an 8 to 9. I'll go first. All right. I'm even trying out a new life counter here. So this is from, I did not have a link for them, but this is from Metal Fab Tokens. Apologize for mixing it up. But they essentially put this out, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So we will try this out today. I like how it comes up on screen. You can change the back color of what's behind there, which is pretty neat. So, Lightsaber's Edge. If I can pull myself a Vader, I might have to brush Tarkin's showcase off. Ooh, yep. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I got this Tarkin showcase a long time ago, so I'm pretty pumped to finally bring that out. Now, as far as my opening hand, I have an 8 cost, a 5, 4s, and a 2. Gross. So I have Reinforcement Walker and Snoke. I have no glory only results. Director Krennic, which would be my only turn 1 play. Iden Versio and Shuttle ST-149. So it's not my favorite thing to start with. I'd rather see a couple of 2-drops or an SL or a Super Laser Technician. We'll see. Let's go ahead and mulligan. Let's mulligan here. Breckenridge, I saw that on the subreddit. How much is that health counter? I think this health counter is 30. I'm still trying it out. I haven't had to charge it yet, so I'm not sure on the battery life, but I really do love what it offers, and I'll be testing it out all week at events throughout the area, showdowns, those types of things. I really kind of want to give this counter I don't know, just make it go through it all. How does it travel? How easy is it to use? What happens when it, you know, shuts off? That happened to me game yesterday. I didn't take any damage, so it just turned off on me. But what I like about these counters is I don't have to pick them up to do anything. I don't have to constantly be putting stuff here. So we're going to try this out. It also gives me more counters to use for damage, which is important when I see all of these like new units with 4 health. So, all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new cards. Super Commando Squad. All right. Super Laser Tech. Sure. Snow Trooper Lieutenant. Sure. Resupply, Emperor's Royal Guard, and Onyx Squadron Brute. So I essentially went from a lot more mid to late game to nothing but early game and ramp. So we got to keep this. What are we going to sit down here? The guard is good. The commandos are good for that sentinel. So I think we're going to drop Snow Trooper Lieutenant. And wow, we have to drop something else. I really don't want to drop resupply our tech. But it's probably going to be resupply. So, because technician's at least a body that we can use to hit Sabine. All right. Breckenridge. Convenience is such a nice thing, and it looks simple and easy to move. It really is. It only has one button on the back, but what's nice here is if you hold the button down, you can see all the options here for multiple players, different colors, and you just go where you need to go, as well as history, so you can see when you've hit the button. So I think it's neat. All right, Jay, I am ready. I'm going to pay 2 to put out an Onyx Squadron Brute. It's a 2/3 that when it's defeated, I will heal 2 life. Ooh. Oh, just realized Jay is using a different base. Let me just adjust that base real quick. Sorry, everyone. That's my fault for not looking. I'm so used to Data Vault being everywhere. Cool. All right. I will go ahead and take the initiative. Gross. And then we both take 1 point of damage. And looks like that is acting weird, so we just do this. Cool. All right, he's going to pass. We both have 1 damage. I have the initiative. I'm going to draw 2 cards here. I drew Iden Versio, who I could play this turn, making the Onyx Squadron Brute a little stronger. And I have a no glory only results. With still going against Sabine Wren, that no glory may be helpful. It's my only removal right now. So we're going to drop... Man, I think we're going to drop Iden. I mean, we're going to drop... yeah, we're going to drop Iden. We're going to lose Iden. It can deal with that unit, but... There we go. Hit that button for life. Okay, I will go ahead and hit your base for 2 with the Onyx Squadron Brute. Get some damage on him there. Three resources left. Definitely going to have to put out the Super Laser Technician. It's going to ping us both. All right, I'll pay 3 for Super Laser Tech. When he dies, or sorry, when he's defeated, I will put him into play as a resource and ready him. Gross, Sabine's Masterpiece. That's good. All right, I'll take the initiative. And I'll take 3. Okay, he's going to pass. Let's draw 2 more cards. We drew Director Krennic, Overwhelming Barrage. Okay, so we can hit 5 resources this turn. We have Commando Squad, No Glory Only Results, Overwhelming Barrage. We have Krennic and the Guard. So I'm going to go ahead and put down Krennic. We have a couple of options for some bigger Sentinel units, or from some Sentinel units to hit play this turn. This is also the turn Tarkin comes into play. I haven't been able to use Tarkin's ability yet, because I just haven't had a free resource, so we could use that this turn and build if we want the guard out, unless we decide to overwhelming barrage some stuff. So we will probably put the guard out to help deal with we'll probably just need to kill these things. It's a 3 and a 3, so 6 damage. That's a lot. We need that 5. What can we do here? It's tough because I really need the resource before he does anything else. So he does have me a little trapped. I could pay 1, but that's still not going to give me the resource I need for later, except for the guard. I guess let's do it. I'll pay 1 to put a +1/1 counter on the Onyx Brute. Okay. So now I have a 3/4. The 3/4 can kill either of his units, which is going to be helpful. So he's probably going to swing with that 5 cost unit now, or 5 attacking unit. Or 3, sorry, not 5. All right, he pays the 3. What am I going to see here? 3 cost. Oh, gross. Rebel Assault. I'm going to take some damage. See where he puts it. Okay, so trade. Oh, he figured out the order matters. So I'm going to take 9. On attack, he puts a 1/1 counter on another green unit. Yep, and there it is. And then he attacks. Okay. Oh, he's swinging on the base for 5. All right, I'm at 14. Okay. I don't mind that. I cannot kill his big guy now, though. Your green unit has how much health? 4? Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and swing into Sabine Masterpiece. And they'll trade. Well, you hit for how much? 3 or 4? Okay. All right, so I get 3 damage back. Back to you. Now he could still. He has more actions than me. This is the problem. Does have more actions than me. So I'm going to take the ping. He's going to use Sabine's action. I'm going to pay 3 to put out the Emperor's Royal Guard for 3 resources. If I have an official unit in play, it'll gain Sentinel. I do not have one. And his other text involves Emperor Palpatine, which I don't have one in play. So. Oh my gosh. Just deploy Sabine. Just deploy Sabine. I'll pass. Let's see. No, I just didn't exhaust him when he was in play. So there she is. There she is. I will attack Sabine with the super laser tech to do 2 damage to her, and then I can put super laser tech into my resource pile and ready him. Okay. I take 3. I'm now at 18. I'll deploy Tarkin since I have 5 or more resources now. I will swing on your base for 2, and I will put a 1/1 counter on my Royal Guard. And I'll pass. All right, so we got some Sentinel going on now. We have some units in play. We ramped up 1, so now we're at 6 resources, and our leader is deployed. 7 to 18 doesn't feel good as far as life, so we'll see if we can come back from this. Obviously, Sabine, super aggressive. It's the best part about testing against aggressive decks is you kind of get this idea of like how long can your deck stay alive? What do you need? And what cards are going to help you do that across, the board with the level of threats that are out there. All right, I'm ready. So he's 5 resources. I have 6. Sabine is in play. We could see a Dark Saber. We could see another Rebel Assault here. We got to do something. Let's see. My opponent's asking how Overwhelming Barrage reads. Yeah, it's 5 cost. I choose a unit I control. I give it +2 attack, +2 health until the end of the turn. And then I can do damage as I would like, distributed among any units in any arena, based on my current attack of the unit I pick. So that means at most I can raise my Onyx Squadron Brute from a 3 to a 5. Emperor's Royal Guard can be raised from a 4 to a 6, and Grand Moff Tarkin can move to a 4. So here the best thing to do is pump up that Royal Guard because he has Sentinel. The extra health is going to be important, and he has the most amount of damage. So. Okay. Yep. 7. Wow. 25. All right. That was gross. That was gross. Tough. So I could play another shielded unit, Sentinel unit, which isn't bad. Let's do this. I'm going to swing with my Onyx Brute into your... oh, you have more health now, don't you? You have +3? 5 health, gross. All right, gotta do it then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 for Overwhelming Barrage. Yeah, I did have it. We're gonna raise, put it on the Royal Guard here since he has Sentinel now. Let me go ahead and put that marker out since I do have a official in play. So I have 6 damage to distribute how I would like. I'm gonna go ahead and deal 3 of the damage to Sabine to get her off the board, and I'll put the other 3 on the A-wing that you have attacking me there. All right, now I know I can kill it with the Onyx Squadron Brute, as well as heal 2 life. Let's see here, he's going to ECL me. Oh, smart. Yeah. That is smart. All right. So this dies. I do heal 2 when it dies. So I'll go down 23. No, I heal 2. All right, this is tough. He has enough damage to kill me. He pretty much can tap out, so I have to not hit him this turn. I'm going to waste 2 damage. I got to take the initiative. That's the smarter play. Not the fun play, but it is a play. All right, I lose this bonus. Draw 2 cards. We have Power of the Dark Side. Perfect. Another Royal Guard. Excellent. I'm going to drop my Super Laser Commandos. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we do have Avenger in hand, so we do need to get there. We can play 3 and a 4 cost. We don't have anything like that, so we just have 2 Sentinel units we'll be able to play this turn. Definitely got me off of my aggressive strategy here I wanted to try with Tarkin. I think Tarkin does allow you to be aggressive, but obviously it's hard to be aggressive against a deck like this where it's very aggro. It's units every turn. Obviously you have units over here like his ship with Luke Skywalker on there, because once I destroy that ship, Luke is going to jump into the ground arena, which is annoying. So All right. Okay, I'm going to make you lose that ship. I'm going to use Power of the Dark Side to make you defeat a unit of your choice that you control. All right, so there goes his big ship. No. Yeah, the ship is defeated, so Luke should trigger, right? Yes, I believe he still moves because it's defeated with it, I believe. That's where I would hope that Ziggy, one of the local judges, was in the chat, but I believe that is the move. Okay. Your go. Got Luke Skywalker out there on board. Dangerous. We'll take the pings. That. All right, so we have some options here. I'm going to swing on your base for 2 with Tarkin, and I will give my Royal Guard another counter. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still 2 away from Avenger, from really getting something out there that's going to be devastating. Speaking of, this deck does not play Devastator, so we don't get that late game Defender, but we do have a lot more mid game Defender abilities. By that I mean Sentinel abilities. So that's going to be pretty solid. If we can keep Tarkin alive, which shouldn't be a problem against a deck like Sabine Green, because it doesn't have that type of spot removal. You can't just pick Tarkin and get him off the board very easily. So we should be fine. And we have another Royal Guard we'll be able to play and build off of. And here comes Wrecker. Okay. I don't think he's going to use the Wrecker ability. Are you going to use the Wrecker ability or no? Pass on that one? I'll pay 3 for another Royal Guard. Also has Sentinel. Right, he has the initiative, so I get to just go off the rest of this turn. So not much I can do. Question is, do I want to swing into that Wrecker? It hits for 7. I can't hit for 7 here. That overwhelm's going to be rough. Let's go ahead and I'll hit your base for 5. And I'll pass. Let's see here. Draw 2 more cards. Krennic and a resupply. I don't need that resupply. I swear I do wish I had something to smuggle in. We're at 8 resources, 2 defenders, but he does have overwhelm with that Wrecker. So that's going to be 3 or 2 points of damage going my way. Smart move is to swing with Wrecker now before I kill it, right? Lightsaber Edge. Earlier you mentioned that the deck was at 55 cards. What cards made you go over? Since this deck is actually one that was played at a PQ and built by someone else, I could tell probably the cards that went over were some of the, like, more of the, I mean, I want to say it's really a lot of these win defeateds. I feel like those kind of fit in. Let's see, 5 cards. You're playing like the Krennics and stuff, but it also could have, it may have just been a little bit more of the control package that they wanted. Some of that late game stuff, Reinforcement Walker, Snoke. That's probably more likely where how they fit it in, because a lot of your early game package seems like something you need if you're really trying to build. But you're kind of going, again, in 2 directions in the deck. You either need a ramp or you need to build early. And most blue, green, black decks, that's really what they want to do. But there's a little bit more invested in that early one. And it seems like that's the plan when you have someone like Tarkin, because you want to put counters on units early as possible. So my assumption here is that they really wanted to fit in some more of that late game tech. All right. I'm ready, Jay. What do you got? No, Sentinel is not an upgrade. Correct, yeah. Experience counters and shields would be considered upgrades. Great question. Something a lot of people forget if you're not playing with like the upgrade cards, you forget that that some things are upgrades. Here comes Timely Intervention, so he's going to smuggle it in. What are we going to get? Oh, it's Poe Dameron. Let's actually move this over here. There we go. So he gets to discard cards to hit me. Yep. So you discarded 2 cards for those 2 abilities, right? Okay, so 2 damage to my base, and I discard 1 at random, or my choice. All right, I'll discard Director Krennic here. I'm going to pay 5 for no glory only results. I get to take control of a non-leader unit, and I defeat it immediately. So I'll just take control of Wrecker and throw him in your discard pile. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So I got to do 10 points of damage before you just kill me next turn. Let's see here. There's nothing I can do at this point. He can just pass. I will hit your base for 2 and put a counter on my Royal Guard. All right. I will hit your base for 4 just to get a little further there. And then I'll pass. I'm not going to get anything cool because he knows what to do. Inferno 4 and Darth Vader. Put 1 down, putting me at 9. So I could play the Avenger this turn, but I don't think I'm going to get to that. Yeah, because all you got to do is ping. All right, reset that. Let's just shuffle, go to game 2. All right, so game 1 went to Sabine there. We're going to reset the life totals. Yeah, I definitely started off with a couple of smaller units, which I did need, but I wasn't prepared for how much space Sabine went there. I think I do have enough space to stay relevant, but just wasn't drawing it. A couple of those buffs, those pilots really came in handy for Sabine, which is solid. Yeah, good playing all is by Jay, of course. So let's keep it moving. Let's shuffle up this 55 card deck here. All right, I will be going first. I was just making sure I had my initiative token, so I'll go first this time. Flip over this Tarkin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we got. So we got the client. All right, Onyx Squadron, Power of the Dark Side. I like it. Super Laser Tech, Resupply, Invader. Okay, so these are all solid. The hard part is making tough choices. We know we got to keep Power of the Dark Side. We should keep Onyx Squadron Brute because it's the only unit card we can play on turn 1. And we should keep Super Laser Tech. So this leaves the client, Resupply, and Vader. Now, Vader is 2 units, but he's far away. Resupply gets us closer to there, but not as close as we'd like. Client is good. He shields. He can heal. but you need the removal. So I'm definitely going to probably drop Client because I'm not going to be playing him. If everything works out right, Super Laser Tech can kill a body, and I kind of skip that whole fourth turn. Sorry, that whole third turn where I could play a 4-drop and immediately play a 5-drop like Tarkin and something else. Resupply guarantees I get there, though, but it doesn't take care of a body on the ground. So that's why we got to drop resupply. We're going to keep Vader and hope we get there soon enough. All right, I am ready. I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 for a Onyx Squadron Brute in the space arena again. And Green Squadron A-Wing, gross. Okay, I'll take the initiative. The problem with the A-Wing is it has 1 more health than the attacking power I have. Sabine's going to ping us both. Let's draw 2 cards, Overwhelming Barrage, and No Glory only results. So 2 5-cost cards. I need 1. Overwhelming Barrage always seems good, but I need a build on something. But I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna get rid of Overwhelming Barrage. Keep No Glory. We have Power of the Dark Side, so we're gonna probably use that to our potential here, maybe. Maybe I'll wait until he has a pilot. Yeah, I'll probably wait. It's tough with how Sabine has progressed over 4 sets. You know, it's not to say there wasn't a lot of thought you had to put behind your moves with Sabine, but it's interesting now how much more of a range she has. She's always been able to go in either lane, but now the ability to keep these things alive is pretty crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the Brute into your Green Squadron A-Wing. So I'll take 1 damage back and you'll take 2. Okay, that's pretty good, pretty good. I'll pay 3 for Super Laser Technician. I'm gonna get hit by this squadron. Ooh, 5. Wow. Takes me to 6. Not cool. All right, I'm gonna take the initiative again. Here comes that ping. And it's really nice to just hit that button. Won't lie. There's something great about that. Real easy. I'll go ahead and take the initiative then. Keep that initiative going. Let's see what happens. All right, he passes. Let's draw 2 cards. Reinforcement Walker, resupply. Let's drop the Walker. That's a little far away. We're going to keep the resupply. We have a Brute. We have Tech. This is the turn that Sabine can come out. She deploys when he has 4 or more resources. We did not reset everything, so let's get that going. Now, I still have a Power of the Dark Side here, so I have some options, so we're going to make that work for us. I'm going to go ahead and attack with my Brute into the Wing Leader, so it hits for 2 back. So my Brute will die, Wing Leader dies, and I heal 2. It gets me back up there and go to 10. Let's just take care of this guy now. I'll pay 3 for Power of the Dark Side to make you defeat a unit of your choice. Has to be non-leader. Or no, just a unit of your choice. Does not matter if leader. This card I'm thinking, Avenger. Avenger is the one that can't make you defeat leaders. God. Another card. Gross. I'll pay 1 to put a 1/1 counter on the Super Laser Technician. Pings us both for 1 with Sabine's ability. 3 to 11. 3 to 11 here. I will pass. Okay, I'm not going to do that damage. He takes the initiative. That's fine. That was a concern. That can happen. Draw 2, Avenger and Super Laser Lieutenant. Super Snow Trooper Lieutenant. Super Laser Lieutenant. A wish. Avenger is going to be solid in the late game. We have the resupply, so we need to use that. Is Snow Trooper Lieutenant worth keeping here? So we know we need 3 resources. We can get 3. So we can pay 2. Am I going to really drop no glory only results? Let's do it. Let's try it out. It's a bad move though, probably if you're a green blue villain player. You probably aren't thinking that, but let's see what happens here. Let's play for the turn. He goes first. He doesn't get a bonus unless there's another unit in play. So at most I'm taking 3 points of damage. Now, if he puts an upgrade on that Sabine's Masterpiece and I don't have no glory only results, well then that's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate turn for me. But my goal is to go up 2 resources this turn. Let's see if we can get there. Game 1, again, went to Sabine. We'll see if Tarkin Vigilance can pull this off. Now, sideboard-wise, if you look in the description below, the sideboard has a lot of good options for this. With Vigilances and Black Sun ships with Sentinel. All right, so he's going to do that. I'm going to pay 3 for resupply and give myself another resource. With Sabine there, go up to 14. I will pay 1 to give the Super Laser Tech another +1/+1 counter. Okay, I'll deploy Tarkin. I will hit your base for 2. Put another counter on Super Laser Tech here. Give him +3. Then I'll hit your base for 5. So 7 total. Pass. So draw 2, Inferno 4, and Krennic. Let's drop. Yes, pass. So he's not playing as Sabine. He's staying in space. But we are now at 7 resources. And we can easily get to 8. So we are 1 turn away from getting the Avenger out there and helping us out. But we have no removal on the ground. So this is bad. Right? When did SLT stay around this long? So we got a 5/4 Super Laser Tech here. Oh no, Conversion Lab. Swinging into Tarkin, you said? All right, wow. So Record does what Record does, and he wrecks my board. So ambushes in with ECL, hits Tarkin for 7 to finish him off, uses the ability to shoot back by destroying a resource to deal 5 to my Super Laser Tech. I get a resource in play, but again, I'm not at 9, so we will see what happens here. I'll pay 7 for Darth Vader. Before I resolve his ambush ability, I'm going to do his win played ability. Search the top 10 cards in my deck for any number of villain units with combined costs of 3 or less, and play each of those units for free. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we have here. I don't think I have any space that's going to be important. Onyx Squadron Brute, Inferno 4, and a Super Laser Tech. I can't kill that tech, really. Yeah, I guess we're going to take some damage. I could take Inferno 4 and set up for the turn. That may not be bad if we can get another Reinforcement Walker or a Super Laser Blast. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to play Onyx Squadron, or sorry, that's not the right card. That was the wrong TIE Fighter. Inferno 4 is what we're going to play. Inferno 4 allows me to look at the top 2 cards of my deck and put them back in any order or on the bottom of my library in any order. I'm going to go ahead and put one down. I will put the second one down as well. So I'll put both cards on the bottom. And then I will ambush in Wrecker. So I'll hit Wrecker for 5, and Wrecker kills Vader, I believe. Okay. Boom. And your go. Gross. Okay. Swings into my ship. Probably not the right move, but does get stronger. When my Inferno 4 is defeated, I can look at the top 2 cards again, and I'm going to put them both on the bottom. So we put a Vader on the bottom and a Rogue Guard. I'm really hunting for Snoke or Super Laser Blast, something that's just going to put him back down there. All right, I'll take the initiative. Now, here's the hard part. I don't know if he remembers that he still has Sabine. Oh, he remembered. Yes, you can ping and then deploy. Yep. Gross. Okay, I need that blast or Snoke. All right, 23-11. We'll see if we can get a comeback here. Draw 2 cards, Snoke and Vader. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and drop Krennic. Keep the Snowtrooper in my hand. All right, so Snoke can at least weaken these units. Vader can swing, kill Sabine, but I don't have the Black Sun Sentinel ship in my main board. If I did, that would be ideal to deal with this. Instead, our best option is to weaken the board, so Sabine can only hit for 1 on attack, and then the Sabine's Masterpiece can't do much either, so let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll play this non-Imperial card, Supreme Leader Snoke, and give all your units -2, -2 while he's in play. This is his favorite card. So, there are 2 cards my opponent hates seeing. It's Snoke and Orwell Barrage. Just not fun. All right. So weaken that board a bit. Gross. Yep, hits me for 5 either way because of that dumb thing. Fleet Lieutenant. I'll take initiative. Now you can only hit me for 1 with Sabine. Oh, 3. Got me all the way to 31. Wow. Well, that was a fun 2 games. All right, well, you want to switch to your Quinlan? Here comes Quinlan. Wow, so we couldn't get through the Sabine. I really do think the sideboard is what's needed there, because you want your Vaders to really pull out your better cards, like your TIE Phantoms, your Starfighters. You also have some Entrenched and Vigilances here. So you have a lot of ways of removing things on different sides of the board, or dealing with some of these, early issues for low cost. So definitely have to sideboard against Sabine, but more reps with Tarkin. We saw what he can do. Let's see if Quinlan does a little better. I think Tarkin was my second showcase. No, it was my third showcase. I ended up pulling. My first showcase was Leia. Second showcase was Grand Inquisitor. I think I opened those both on stream. But yeah, Tarkin was just one of the ones that seemed fun to have. I'm a big Tarkin fan. That's a great novel. If you haven't read the Tarkin book, you can also read the comic as well. That's the nice thing about Marvel and Disney working together. They kind of worked to ensure that a lot of the stories, a lot of the novels had a graphic novel edition. So if you're a big fan of like Tarkin or Thrawn, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan's, like some of those books and even some of those TV series, you can always read them in the comic form, and it's really, really cool. A lot of different art styles. It's definitely something I've enjoyed. But the Tarkin book was really interesting. You learn obviously more about him, his upbringing. I think they use one scene from one of the comics. But it's a really early scene, but like one of the fun things is he set up a kind of like a hunting trial for Darth Vader. And I thought that was really neat of like, what would Tarkin use if he had to hunt down Vader? And that was kind of like a test for both of them. It was really interesting. All right, let's go ahead and set his leader and base over here. So we're talking about books. You know me, love me a good book. Let's see. Left base is Tarkin Town. Who would have thought? I've been there. And then we are going against Quinlan. That's Kira. That's the wrong queue. Oh my gosh, there it is. Took forever to find Quinlan. Cool. Awesome. All right, let's roll to see who goes and go first on this new match. 5. Oh, I'll go first. Breckenridge, pulling a showcase is such a high. It really is. It's one of those nice things in card games when you can pull that alternate art, that shiny card, a showcase or a prestige. Oh man, it's such a great feeling. I'm pumped for Worlds where we'll have these special packs that we can win that are just going to have some great cards in them. That's correct. For mulliganing, you will shuffle all 6 cards back in and draw 6, and you keep whatever it is. So I got No Glory Only results, Super Commando Squad, Power of the Dark Side, Inferno 4, Onyx Squadron, and Super Laser Tech. So I have some options here. We are going against Quinlan, so we know their abilities are going to involve pinging us, wanting to do damage. So let's get some value out of that. Inferno 4 is valuable, Super Laser Tech's valuable, Onyx Squadron Brute is valuable. I think we take Inferno 4, so that way we can see what's going to come up. Might as well use that to our advantage. We're going to lose the Brute, and we're going to keep Super Laser Tech. So we know we're going to play those 2. We'll take 1 removal card with Power of the Dark Side. And now the option is, do we want a second removal of No Glory Only results, or do we want Sentinel? Sentinel, but you have to have a shield. So a little tough there. I'm going to go ahead and drop Super Commandos because they work better if you have another shielded unit in play. Because you can use the shuttle to move shield tokens over to the commando, kind of keeping it, letting it have Sentinel. It only has Sentinel if it has the shield upgrade, I believe. Yep. Or when it just has an upgrade. So you just need to give an upgrade to it. Oh man, that is a little bit better because experience tokens. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's get rid of this 1 spot removal and go from there. All right. Start us off. I'm going to pay 2 for Inferno 4. it is. There you go. Hit the wrong button. Tech is in play. Let's see. Tech. I can take care of tech now. I am planning on attending Galactics Breckenridge, so I'm really excited for the Portland group going out there. There's a lot of people from Portland going to make a big showing for the city, and it's exciting. So yeah, I'm counting the days. Every day I'm prepping in some way for whether travel, gameplay, or just meeting new people. It's going to be super fun. So hopefully Breckenridge here, not too last minute. Unfortunately, I already have things planned through the year. Yep, I get it. I'm one of those people that plan a long time ahead. So we'll see. All right. Let's put out Super Laser Technician. See if this is the right play. He, of course, is going to take the initiative. Let's hit you for 2. Get that damage on him, and I'll pass. Draw 2 cards. Let's see. We drew Vader and Snoke. Oh, man. We're going to drop Snoke. Don't want to, but we're going to. Vader gives us a little bit more options. Snoke is going to take us some time. We're about to hit 5. We got to get rid of probably Tech. There's not too much I'm worried about this early for Tech to take advantage of, but it's good to get rid of them. So we'll make some moves here. Let's see, what is he going to do? I'm definitely excited for Worlds on all the prizes they've been spoiling. The prize wall, the packs. There's definitely going to be a grind for trying to get points so you can get these cool prizes, as well as some of the extra stuff we're getting for just attending. You know I did the VIP ticket, so you get a little bit more. Excited for that. Comes with free breakfast on one day. I'll take that. It's not free, I guess. I paid for it. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm really excited. Really want that Revan mat. All right, here comes Ahsoka. Gross. I gotta get rid of a unit. I don't want to. I got rid of a unit. Who would you like to exhaust? Brutal. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's go. I'll play Power the Dark Side and make you defeat a unit of that you control. All right, there goes Tech. I'll take it. I'll pay 1 with Tarkin to put a +1/+1 counter on the Inferno 4, and then I'll hit you for 3 since you took the initiative. All right, this game's going so much slower, but it feels better, at least in my opinion. Breckenridge, you know what you're playing the next set? Also, let me know if you want to focus on the match. No, I appreciate people talking. That's exactly what it is. So draw 2 cards, put 1 down. Should have done that before I update my resources. Ready to go. So I drew Overwhelming Barrage and a Krennic. We dropped the Barrage or the Krennic, and we're going to keep Super Commando Squad and Vader in hand. So we're at 5 resources. We can hit 6 this turn. Tarkin deploys this turn, but Quinlan also deploys this card. So we will see what happens. Breckenridge, you know what you're playing next set? He asked me. I'm still trying to determine it. I really have to make that decision in the next few days. Oh my gosh, I just got force throwed. All right, so I have a 7, a 5, and a 5. I can't play the 5 this turn. What am I getting rid of? A body or Barrage? He's not... Barrage, I'll get rid of Barrage. I got rid of a 5-cost Barrage. All right, 5 damage to my Inferno 4. Allows me to look at the top 2 cards of the deck. I'm going to put them both on the bottom. And this is dead. All right, well, there goes that. I will pay... no, pay 5. I'll pay 5 for Super Commando Squad. When Super Commando comes into play, he has a shield upgrade token. When this unit is upgraded, it gains Sentinel. So right now, he has Sentinel because of the shield upgrade token. All right. Now let's do some tricks. Goodness. Okay, well, there goes my 7 cost card. Darth Vader, you have 7 damage to distribute wherever you'd like from that force throw. God, force throw. I saw a fun thing today of someone just holding a cardboard sign, say ban force throw. Okay. Super Laser Tech's defeated, becomes a resource. I ready it. I'm going to go ahead and pay 1 to put a 1/1 counter on this Super Commando Squad, which is exhausted. There we go. There we go. 2 force throws, 1 turn. I don't know. I feel like Super Commando Squad's going to keep me in this game. But here comes Falcon, so what do I know? I'll deploy Grand Moff Tarkin. I will hit your base for 2 and put another counter on the Super Commando Squad. Breckenridge, I'm planning a Qui-Gon discard deck force throw. Ahsoka, Kira, excited to test it out. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to recommend, now there are 2 of them. You can really have some fun when now there are 2 of them in the yellow. So I definitely want to mess around a lot with Maul. The new Maul out of the spotlight, and that's like one of the ones I want to look at. As far as like a lot of the new set goes, a lot of the better cards are definitely in the heroes with all the new force abilities. Yeah, you can hit Super Commando Squad to remove the shield, but because experience tokens are also upgrade tokens, it's still going to keep Sentinel. So either one of these will give it Sentinel. Oh, yeah. No, because yeah, but the upgrade tokens give it Sentinel as well, not just the shield. Because each of these are upgrades. All right, he's realizing he's going to get stuck behind this Super Commando Squad, which is great. I need these Mandalorians to do work for me. Ooh, Kylo ECL looks good. All right, Ahsoka swings into it to take the shield. She dies. I'll take the initiative. And there it is. Yep, that got rid of the Commando Squad real quick. Okay. So Tarkin Town finishes off the Commando Squad. Veers and Snowtrooper Lieutenant. No, I'm going to fizzle out. Got nothing. I'm going to run out of steam here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got to keep going. So we're going to drop Veers. Has to pay 1 for the Falcon to keep the Falcon in play. I think I'm just going to put some damage in here. Can finish off Quinlan, but I feel like no matter what, we can finish off Quinlan. So let's pay 2. So I'll pay 2 for Snowtrooper Lieutenant. When played, you may attack with a unit. If it's Imperial, give it +2/+0. I'm going to hit your base for 4. Get you to 9, and then I'll put a 1/1 counter on the Snowtrooper Lieutenant. Wow, what a turn. Being double forced to road is ridiculous. Should be playing a Vader this turn. I have no cards in hand. You forced rode me twice last turn. Yeah, man. It's a tough spot. Let's see what he's going to do. He has 6 damage on board. He has 1, 2, 5 resources remaining. Let's see. It's not going to be Wrecker. It's not going to be Poe. Kira? Kira? Okay. Okay. I'll take the initiative. So Kira comes into play. Can't do anything. So I have nothing in my hand. So nothing. Okay. Actually, I think it can do something. I believe Kira says you look at my hand, but you can name any card. It doesn't have to be a card in my hand. All right. He's going to name Snoke. That makes sense. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. And he passes. Let's draw 2 cards. Super Laser Blast and Resupply. Well, I know what I'm doing. We're at 8. I'm at 9, so we're going to get some damage in before I do that. Let him spend the 1 to keep the... Oh, he's going to return it. Okay. Okay. So we still have Tarkin out. We have the Lieutenant. Lieutenant has 1 damage, so 2 health remaining. Let's... He is ready. I'll go ahead and hit your base for 2 with Grand Moff Tarkin and give my Snowtrooper Lieutenant another experience token. Right, we went from 9 to 9. Nope, Snowtrooper Lieutenant only does something on enter. Oh, he's dead. Out comes Han Solo with the ambush ability. Okay. Quinlan triggers there. Let's just go ahead and clear the board. I'm going to pay 8 for Super Laser Blast and just destroy everything. Yep, defeat everything, all units. All right. So he didn't do any damage to my base that turn. I did damage to his. He has the initiative now. All right, I'll pass. Oh, Slappy Slaps are off to watch LAFC lose. I love you too. Glad you showed up. All right, we got Overwhelming Barrage and Darth Vader. We're clearly not keeping Overwhelming Barrage. We're going Vader. Do you need to play a card to get down to 9 so we can play Avenger? So now we are at 9 resources. I am worried he has more hand disruption. Oh my god. I'll take initiative. Yeah, you think I should have planned on Ahsoka because we saw it earlier, but you know, that's fine. Things happen. It's also not, you know, friendly, or you know, it's just not appropriate to just if you're given information like that, especially in a practice one. When we saw him play the Ahsoka and realized, oh, you have no cards in hand, that's not the right move. It's best to ignore it anyway. So no need to take advantage of that kind of mistake. Oh, sorry, got draw 2 cards. Item Versio, no glory, only results. Oh, sorry. Well, this was here. Got it. So, yeah. Because I was going to 9. That's right. So I have a no glory only results and an Iden, which I can play. I can play both of these. So red 5 is annoying. Red 5 hits for how much? 3? Or 5. I'll pay 5 to take control of it and defeat it immediately. So I'll just go ahead and get that out of there. All right, that leaves Iden, who's a 4/3 with a shield. Okay, Iden Versio. She cost me 3 more to play this turn now. I'll just take the initiative. Yep. There goes Iden. I'm going to take some damage. And he is 1 point ahead of me now. Gross. I have to take the indirect damage from the Gorilla Soldier, and then he hits me for 2 more. Because he already, as long as any indirect damage hits my base with no units in play, ooh, that's a good move. I'm going to draw General Veers and the Avenger. We will keep my hand. 5. This is probably too late, but we got to make it work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will pay 9 for Avenger. When played, an opponent chooses a non-leader unit they control and defeats it. So you'll just choose one of those guys and get them out of here. There's the soldiers. So 17. I have 13 health remaining. He has 5 on board. Gross. I'd Inversio, so 4 damage goes to... Yep. Okay. I'll take the initiative. Man. All 3 4-stars this game? Ridiculous. All 3. Uh, 4 to 7. I'll put all 3 damage on the Avenger. Oh, man. Falcon to kill with the ship. Quinlan over here just wrecking me left and right. Okay. We drew Snow Trooper Lieutenant, Super Commando Squad, and General Veers. So I think we, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and a token. That works. So we can do an upgrade. We can get the Defender out there and do what we can to keep him alive. Okay. I'll pay 5 for Super Commando Squad. It comes into play with a shield, and because it has a shield upgrade, it gets Sentinel. We're tapping a lot there. I don't like it. I don't like it. What could it be? It's 7 health remaining. I'm not worried about what's his face. No, I guess I would be worried about Wrecker because he can just hit me for 5, pop the shield, and swing into me. That'll wreck it. Literally what he does. Gotta stay in this game. All right, shield is gone. I will pay 1. I'll pay 1 using Tarkin's ability to put a experience counter back on him, and he gets Sentinel again. So I'm a 5/5. I can raise him up to a 6/6 and stay in this game. But he still has something to play and a lot of resources. Oh no. All right. Hits me for 5 with the Kira and that hotshot blaster. Gross. I'll play General Veers, who is a lord and gives all my Imperial units +1/+1 when in play. All right, Veers out a turn too late. Could have survived, but did not. Take 2 more damage. I'll take the initiative. 3 damage, sorry. Gosh, that's so many units. Draw 2 cards. What do I get? Fleet Indicator, Interdictor. Sorry, that doesn't do a single thing. I have no smuggle, and it's painful. We have 10 resources. Not going to keep that resupply. Super Laser Lieutenant can take someone out. We can take out Ahsoka. But we will die. We can take out Sabine and we won't die. Guess that's the play. No, I think we're dead. Yeah, we just have to. If he has the hotshot blaster, it's over. So I'll pay 2 for Snow Trooper Lieutenant to give +2 to Veers. Veers will go ahead and swing into Sabine, and I'll take Sabine out. I'll take 2 back. Yeah, Windblade gets to attack with the Imperial unit and buff it. Correct. Good job. I take 5. I go to 31. Game 2. Got me, man. Man, I'm having fun with this kind of deck, but you know, there's a reason why it's not. Why you're not seeing it at a lot of other PQs. So, but I did think it was really cool to see this. And again, we saw it go 10 and 6 total for games. So it means it won 10 games. It took 0 draws and got 6 game losses. It made the top 8 going 5 and 2. So far as full games, it lost only 2 rounds against the opponents and won the other 5. So I think it's really cool. Hand hate was rough that game. It was hard to survive a double force throws when you had stuff to play that turn that were 5 cost. Really, really a bummer. He's also playing smart and not letting Super Laser Tech ramp me early. So that was a good move. By avoiding Super Laser Tech, it really punished me for keeping 5 cost cards and getting rid of my 4 cost or 3 cost cards, right? Because I was hoping to have a bigger move on the 5. So just things that happen, and a lot of that's, you know, trying to understand the player. What moves are they going to make? Are they going to make the best moves that they should, or do they have a different strategy? Because just because someone's sitting across from you with a tier 1 or a S class deck, it doesn't always mean they're going to be playing it the way you expect it to, right? And by deck, I really just mean if they have a leader and a color, right? So a little bit more there can throw you off your game. So we'll see. We'll see how game 2 goes. Either way, have fun. I will keep the initiative. Reset that. Let's draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do we have here? Come on, solid tempo. We got Onyx Squadron Brute, Resupply, Onyx Squadron Brute, the Client, Rivals Fall, and the Shuttle. So removal. We're gonna keep Onyx Squadron and Resupply. Those are our first 2 turns. I think we'll just drop. We're gonna drop Rivals Fall. Is that what I want to do? I'm gonna drop the 6 cost removal. See what happens. Bum bum bum. Breckenridge, in response to, you know, you could be playing a meta deck and not be playing it the way people expect it to be played. And I love his response here. It's like when he's playing it, it becomes a B tier. I get that. I'll pay 2 for the Onyx Squadron Brute. Get that into play. Take 1 damage from the Grogu play. I'll take the initiative. New Grogu looks great, but I really think both Grogus are fun. All right, we got Inferno 4, Power of the Dark Side. Let's drop Inferno 4. Bum, bum, bum. I keep the Brute because we're going to resupply this turn. So we can resupply this turn. We'll be at 5 resources next. And we'll go from there, see what we can do here. I'll go ahead and hit your base for 2 with the Onyx Squadron Brute. Get that 2 damage before Tarkin Town hits me. Smarter move to use Tarkin Town probably now. Ooh. Tough, tough, tough. I'll pay 3 for the resupply. Get the resource. Okay, yep, swings into the Brute. I have nothing to heal, so that's the value there. I'll take the initiative. He can just bounce his Falcon. And I'll draw 2. All right, so the good news is Tarkin can hit the board now. We drew Avenger, the client. We drew Avenger, sorry. And Emperor's Royal Guard. So let's drop the client now. We're at 5 resources, so we can get the guard up and see what we're going to do. Breckenridge, I've been playing a makeshift Ray data vault, and now Moisture Farmer is banned at my work league. Always excited to hear that you have a work league. And I can see why that would be banned at a lot of casual tables. It just does a lot of work. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. 3. I'll pay 3 for Emperor's Royal Guard. Now, what do I discard if I have to discard something? If I get Forced Road right now? No, this is just one. This one doesn't have Sentinel unless an official's out. Okay. He ambushes me with the hidden yellow. What is it called? It's like hidden something. Hidden sharpshooter. There we go. Yellow clone hits for 4. Pretty solid, pretty solid. So that worked out for him. Smart move. He can't do much this turn. Do I deploy? I'll deploy. This goes to another unit. Yeah, he doesn't even get anything. Gross. I'll deploy Grand Moff Tarkin. This will kind of force him to probably use Grogu. Yep, there it is. I'll take the initiative. And he passes, all right. Overwhelming Barrage and Darth Vader. We're going to drop the Avenger. We're at 6 resources. We're close to getting it out, but we'll get Vader out sooner. We have a Tarkin who is ready to go. We have a blah, blah, blah. A Grogu who's a little bit annoying. Wish I had an answer for that Grogu right now, though. Six resources. I can only play 1 card. So Power of the Dark Side to kill a Grogu seems bad, but nothing else is going to happen. Quinlan does hit this turn. I can Overwhelming Barrage, cannot kill Grogu. I can play a shuttle and try to protect Tarkin a little bit. And that may be the play I choose right now, honestly. It's not great, but it's something. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I'm going to pay 4 for the shuttle ST-149. It comes into play shielded, and when played or when defeated, I may take control of a token upgrade on a unit and attach it to a different eligible unit. So whether the unit is owned by you or me, I can change. That's the decision. I can't like change them across the board, but I am going to move this shield over to Tarkin. Yep, I'll take the initiative. All right, so Tarkin is just shielded, so he'll survive something here. Right, hidden sharpshooter. Haven't seen that since Twilight pre-release from Lightsaber's Edge. I feel you. Excited to have Lightsaber Edge in the chat. I know you've been working with a lot of green red right now. Ooh, Plo Koon to hit me with the ambush thing. Okay. Yes, Plo Koon does that. Okay. I'll take the initiative. He's getting so many units. Thank goodness I can play Vader next turn. And he hasn't force thrown me. Yep, here comes Quinlan. Oh, he's not going to. Okay, just going to skip. Draw 2 cards. We got Fleet Indicator or Interdictor and Onyx Squadron Brute. Oh, man, I think I'm going to drop Power of the Dark Side. There's too many units. We're at 7. Let's get Vader off that leash, right? To quote Tarkin or Leia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to pay 7 for Darth Vader. Comes in with the ambush ability, but we're going to search the top 10 cards first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 cards total. Really, I'm just going to grab a 3-drop here. 2 Krennics, Royal Guard. Royal Guard wouldn't be bad right now. Or Veers. We're going to take the Guard. The Guard's going to give us Sentinel. Because we have an official in play. So, Vader in clutch. Okay, so Vader, we're going to bring in the Royal Guard. Royal Guard sees the official Grand Moff Tarkin, so we get the Sentinel bonus there. Or Sentinel available. Vader is going to ambush. Let's finish off Grogu. Okay, Grogu is down. How much health does Plo Koon have remaining? Gross. Hits for 3. If I swing on him now, can't hit me, but it's something. I will swing into Plo Koon and go to, I take 4 damage back. So I'll go to 5. 3 damage back. Yeah, so I'll go to 4. And I will put a 1/1 counter on my Royal Guard, making him a 4/5. Onyx Squadron Brute, 2 cost. Just took 2 damage. Taking no damage, had to turn that thing back on. I think in hindsight, I should have killed Plo Koon, because if he gets 1 unit in play, Plo Koon hits much harder. I'll hit your base for 3. Get him up to 5 there. Now I do have Overwhelming Barrage, so that's not really going to get me there till next turn, and that's hoping he doesn't defeat any of my units. 7 resources. Let's see what we can do here. I think Tarkin would probably also be great in Twin Suns. I feel like he's going to be one of those leaders that stays relevant in a game like Twin Suns, just because you're always going to want to be playing like tribal things like Imperial or Rebels. Okay, he's going to play Kira. One Barrage and Fleet Interdictor. Doesn't even care what Fleet Interdictor does. All right, Kira pings there. Yep, and I'll have the initiative. So he still has to swing into the Royal Guard. And there it is, trades with Plo Koon. Swings into Tarkin with Quinlan, finishing off Tarkin. Smart move, but Vader can still finish them off. Draw 2. Super Commando Squad and Director Krennic is pretty good. We are at 7 resources. We need to get closer to 8. So let's drop Krennic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So a couple of options. We could play everything and wipe the board. Okay, yep. I don't like swinging into Kira, but I think that's going to be the play. Yep. All right, I will swing into Kira for 5, so I'll take 3 back, I believe. Okay, so I'll take 3. I can afford to at least take the damage here. Oh, Han Solo. Okay, use the Quinlan's ability to ping there. Finish me off there. Got it. Gross. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Super Commando Squad. Shield and Sentinel. I will use Tarkin's ability to give a +1 to the Super Commando Squad. And he takes the initiative. All right. So, let's draw 2 cards. He gets to go first. I have No Glory, Only Results. I have Overwhelming Barrage. I have Fleet Interdictor. So a couple options here. Snow Trooper Lieutenant can swing pretty hard into Han and finish it. Yeah, can finish it. So that may be worth keeping. No Glory can deal with Han. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's keep all 8 because we can play 2 cards or do 1 card in an ability. So I think we're fine where we're at the moment. All comes down to what his play is right now. Is he going to hit me with something like Force Throw? That'll be annoying. But I'll make it work if he does. That's a lot of resources. I think he's at 7 resources, so there couldn't really be anything that big. If anything, I would see 2 small units, like more Ahsoka's, Ahsoka Falcon, maybe a Kira. Kira would be a smart play for him right now, just to lock me out of my best option in his mind. Which would probably be Overwhelming Barrage, honestly. You'd probably take out the Barrage. Which is what I'll play this turn, if I can. If I can play the Barrage, I would do pretty well. Okay, smuggle in the Falcon. Gets rid of my shield. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I will play Overwhelming Barrage then and give a Super Commando Squad +2/+2. So it's 4 +3, so 7 damage to distribute how I would like. Let's go ahead and put 6 on Han Solo, and we will put 1 on Quinlan. I did not want to take the initiative. All right, let's make a big hit. I will pay 1 to give another counter on the Super Commando Squad, and then I will pay 2 for Snow Trooper Lieutenant to give a unit +2/+0 and attack, as long as it's Imperial. I will go ahead and hit your base for a 10 damage total. I get that big damage in there, and we'll pass. Draw 2. Reinforcement Walker and No Glory, Only Results. I'll take it. These are both solid. I'm going to stay at 8 resources, though. Yeah, yeah, stay at 8, because I'm not going to play the Reinforcement Walker this turn. All right, I have taken 0 points of damage against Quinlan, so this feels good. We're holding Quinlan off. We've only seen 1 force throw so far. A little bit more of a slower start for Quinlan, just getting Grogu out. We haven't seen any guerrilla fighters yet. And I think maybe only 1 regular Ahsoka. 4-cost Ahsoka, I should say. Not the 3-cost with ambush. Hand disadvantage just does so much stuff. Yep. He's debating what to do about this 6/6 on board, not knowing I have a 6/6 Sentinel ready to play in the air. But no glory only results, probably better. Yeah, we'll lose that. Deals 1 damage with Quinlan's ability to the Snowtrooper Lieutenant. He can do whatever he wants there. Play. I'll play no glory only results and capture, and take control and defeat the Millennium Falcon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I still have enough resources to pump my Sentinel units. Snowtrooper Lieutenant dies from that tech play. I'll pay 1 to put another 1/1 counter on Super Commando Squad. So I have a 7/7 Sentinel unit. He's going to take the initiative. That makes sense. Let's draw 2 more cards. We're still going to stay at 8. We drew another no glory only results and a Vader. Turn this life puck back on. Apparently, I know you can set the amount of time that it's on, which is nice. So I'll probably have to do that, because if I don't take any damage, this is what happens. Now, Quinlan's definitely been fighting to keep my board cleared, which is pretty interesting. So we will see how they do. Let's go ahead and move this down a little bit. There you go. All right, he has the initiative. I'm ready. What is he going to do? So we have Tech that hits for 3, Ahsoka that hits for 3, Quinlan that hits for 3. Tech's going to pull out anything out of that discard pile or out of that resource pile. So he's definitely going to be something I kill with Darth Vader here. Okay. Pays the smuggle cost. Where? Oof. Do I pump him up 1 more? Maybe I'll see if I can pull out Veers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I can pull out Veers, that'd be great. Did you replace your smuggle card? Just checking. Okay, cool. I want to play Darth Vader. Let's look at the top 10 cards before I do anything with ambush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 cards total. I'm looking mostly for Veers right now. Barrage, Snoke, Commando Squad, Blast, Resupply, Veers, Darkside, Iden, Avenger, and Barrage. So Veers is the only legal target, which is great. So we'll shuffle, put those in the bottom in random order. I will play General Veers. He gives all Imperial units +1/+1. So both of them have a additional health and attack. Ready Vader and hit yeah, we'll hit tech for 6. All right, I think now, depending on what he does, he'll probably swing in the commando. Yeah. Commando's out. I will pay 1 using Tarkin's ability to give a +1/+1 to Veers. Let's keep all my Imperial guys there. But spot removal or interdictor. We'll get rid of interdictor. Okay. I'll take the initiative. Yeah, now I have it. And of course, here comes the ships. Right when I had answers. That's all right. His ships hit hard. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Reinforcement Walker and Power of the Dark Side. Perfect. We're going to stay at 8. Ready our units. Vader. Veers. I think this game's going to go to a draw for us just on timing alone. Super glad everyone's been hanging out, chatting there in the chat. There's always some fun stuff happening. But man, I'm excited for Legends of the Force. Let's see what other options are going to be available for us. So I have 8, so I can take care of 2 units this turn. I really don't want to be hit by that Ahsoka. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pay 5. Pay 5 for no glory only results to take control of Ahsoka and defeat her immediately. There we go. There we go. I know, new set's going to drop. It's going to be a great holiday weekend. I plan on opening a Carbonite case and a regular case on stream. I apparently have to take 3 indirect. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. I'll take the 3 here. And I'll take the 1 here. So he gets to ready. I will then play... I'll play Power of the Dark Side and make you defeat one of those units. So let's get rid of 2 units there. Lightsaber Edge. The last days before pre-release can't pass fast enough. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's count down the days, and soon we'll have all these new cards. It's looking at the card database all day. Kills my Vader. Dang. My Vader had a lot of damage, and that gun is big. I'll hit your base for 4 with Veers. I guess I really just should have swung 4. Because if I just would have swung, I would have hit him for 6. Yeah, I could have finished it off. That's why you should always check the board. Sometimes I just forget, especially against like 25 health. When you're playing against a lot of data vaults, you just think like, you know, if it's under 10, 20, it's not a big deal, but it really is big, big deal. I'll take the initiative. All right, draw 2, Super Laser Tech and Rivals Fall. We'll drop the tech. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 resources. We're definitely going to hit for 4 right now with Veers, and then keep going. Game 2 is definitely going to go to us. I don't think we're going to do a full game 3. Just in case Jay is cut for time, so we'll wait to see if he is after this match. General Veers here. Okay, he's ready. Let's go. I'll go ahead and hit your base for 4. Get him up to that 23. A 23, that's correct. Ooh, Plo Koon with the ambush hits me for 6. Take 4 back. That's correct. All right, I'll pay 8 for Reinforcement Walker. When played and on attack, look at the top card of your deck and either draw it or discard it to heal 3. I'll just draw it. I will take the initiative. Gotta be smarter. Let's see. Okay. All right, I take 7. Boom. Nope, not this game. Yeah, you kept making sure I had nothing on board. And I kept that couple Sentinels out pretty early. Once we got to what, turn 4, I was keeping Sentinels out. Jay, did you have time for a third game, or was that all the time you had? Let's find out. All right, let's hope that is not as long. No sideboard from me. Let's go ahead and get everything back going here. Let's see who can do it. Going into game 3. See if he can get some more damage on me. Split that focus up a little bit. Kira player definitely has the stronger deck. We saw it go off on that first game. Second game just didn't have a lot of the answers. But I mean, again, like that first game, double force throws in hand, avoiding my ramp worked really well for them. So, and he forgot to deploy Quinlan, so that was actually in my favor. So that could have been a deciding factor a lot. So, but hey, you know, we play this a lot to obviously get the reps in, have some fun, try some stuff out that we wouldn't try normally, and just bring some stuff that we're just using at some casual tables sometimes. So sometimes the decks are going to be crazy good. Like I love the Vader deck we played a couple weeks ago. Thought that was solid. Sometimes it'll be a little subpar. Again, this deck I think is fun. I think it's good. Credit to the person who made it and went 5-2 at their PQ this weekend in the US. But yeah, you know, there's a reason again why you're not seeing Tarkin everywhere, because it doesn't always have like the best matchup, right? So let's reset this. Okay, 6 cards. Let's see what we got here. Veers, Snoke, Ursio. I don't like any of this. The Super Laser Tech, Avenger. I'm mulliganing. This mulligan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. Resupply. Yep. Resupply, okay. And Krennic, Vader, and Super Commando Squad. Well. Do we just go off? Maybe we just go off. Let's drop let's just go for it. Let's have fun. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna go double resupplies. So all right, I'm ready. If we're lucky, maybe we'll be able to play something. With Krennic's ability. I'm going to pay 2 for Krennic. It lowers the cost of the first card with a win defeated ability, and he comes into play with a shield. Since you passed, I'll go ahead and pass after that. Oh, okay, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. My bad, he passed. Okay, got it. I don't know why I thought you took the initiative. I'll take the initiative. And now we pass. Draw 2 cards. Drew Power of the Dark Side and Darth Vader. But we know what we're playing this turn. Am I going to drop the other Darth Vader? Yeah, I'm keeping that Darth Vader. Let's go. 2 power. Keep. We'll get rid of power. I'm going to play it this turn anyway. Grogu's going to be a pain. Let's go ahead and hit Grogu for 2. Let's get that damage. Damage the baby. Damage that baby. Something you don't say in real life. And Grogu has a gun. Wow. Okay, well, there goes Krennic. Krennic shot by Grogu. Mandalorian Grogu. Hey, he's part Mandalorian. It makes sense. We will play Resupply and give myself another resource. Oh, man. Breckenridge caved and grabbed the hyperspace foil Darth Vader that the local store had that was wayward. So that's pretty cool. It's nice. It's nice. Let's draw 2 cards. Passing. Passing's nice. All right, we drew Veers and no glory only results. Let's drop. I'll probably want to hold on to the spot removal just in case. So we're going to drop Veers. We're at 5 and we're resupplying this turn with no 2-drops. No 2-drops. We're just going to resupply. All right, I'm ready. Spark Rebellion, more hand disruption from Quinlan. Okay. I will play the resupply. Grogu hits me for 2 with that gun. Do I deploy Tarkin right now? No. I'll take the initiative. Breckenridge with that first Vader. I don't want to mention how many Vaders I may have already owned. I opened quite a bit. I got rid of a lot of them too. Overwhelming Barrage and Rivals Fall is what I drew here. We're still dealing with Grogu. I'll probably drop the Fall and keep the Barrage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, he knows Vader's going to come out. Vader can take care of Grogu. It's going to take a little bit of damage back, which is unfortunate. But he'll get another body out, and that's the big one. So, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you know he's coming. Darth Vader. Let's look at the top 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Darth Vader is ready to kill some younglings. That's for sure. Ready to kill some younglings. Super Laser Tech, the Client, and Royal Guard. I think I'll take the Guard. All right, I'll ambush in. Take out Grogu. Grogu does how much damage back again? 2 total with the gun. Yep, so 2, 2, 2. I'll take 2 back and I'll bring out the Royal Guard. All right, I'm at 7 resources. He is at 5 resources. This is game 3. 3 cost is the cost of the Royal Guard. So he can ping it if he wants to. Here comes Quinlan. I will deploy Grand Moff Tarkin. Oh. When Tarkin is deployed, he does now have Sentinel because Tarkin's an official. And here comes the Falcon doing some damage. Let's go ahead and hit Quinlan for 2 with Grand Moff Tarkin. I'll take 3 back, and I will put a 1/1 counter on 3. Yeah, I'll put it on the Royal Guard, so raising its health now to a what is it, 4/5, 4/5, so with 1 point of damage. So I got him out of range of Tarkin Town, which is important. Okay. I'll take initiative. Correct. 4 back. And here comes L3. Eight. Yep, gets me to 8. Wow. More damage than last game, that's for sure. Well, at least a lot quicker, right? So. All right. Let's draw 2 cards. We still have Vader. We have an Iden Urso. There's a resupply. We're going to drop that resupply. And we have Overwhelming Barrage. So the Barrage is probably going to be the right play here. Try to clear the board a little bit. Make Vader a bigger threat. Can I play anything else besides that this turn? No, I cannot. I'm at 8. But that is all right. Got to clear that space board. Lightsaber Edge. Contemplating getting a convention exclusive Vader. Ooh, those are fun. I don't really like always put those on stream because it doesn't come up right. But let's go ahead and do everyone's favorite. We're gonna Overwhelming Barrage. You nailed it. Yeah, +2. All right, Vader is now a 7/9. I have 7 damage to distribute as I see fit. We're gonna go 4 to Falcon. And I think 3 have to go to the Green Squadron A-Wing. Get that out of there. Uh, 4 damage on my Iden Versio. Okay, kills Tarkin. Tarkin is out, so no, so much for that. Vader can clear what's his face at any point, and I haven't done any damage, so let's get. I'm going to put 7 damage on your base. That damage going. If he pulls out a gun, I'm in a bad spot, but I feel like getting the 7 right now is solid. He's not going to want to leave Vader out there for too long. He can, but we'll see. There's Mother Vader. Yeah, he just remembered I had 2 Vaders. Smart. I'll take the initiative. All right, well, now I wish I just played another Vader to get a body out, but you gotta do what you gotta do. 5 damage coming my way. It's gonna take me to 13. Do that. Okay. Draw 2 Super Laser Tech and Super Laser Blast. I think that's the play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What are we at? 8? Could go to 9. Let's hold on to this. Yeah, we'll keep 2 cards. Casey makes me discard. Let's be ready. But if I get sparked, it's bad. All right, let's hit your base for 5. Get him over to 12. 12 to 13. What's he going to do? I'm okay if he takes out Vader. If he plays a Han, that's great. If he plays a Plo Koon, that's great. There it is. He finishes off Vader. The temptation is too real sometimes. I'll play Super Laser Blast to kill all those heroes. Defeat them all. Large groan from my opponent on the other end of these headphones. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with a good Super Laser Blast. I really wish we had a board wipe. That's what you would call an event that defeats everything. He's taking the initiative. I wish we had a board wipe that was cheaper. You know, we're only seeing cards that can do 2 damage, like Bloodsport, 3 damage. But the other red card I can't think of, that's 5. Yep, pass, draw 2 cards. There it is, double Avengers. Gross. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play an Avenger, and he's going to force throw me, and I'm going to lose an Avenger. So let's risk it. He doesn't have a force unit, so he can only make me discard. But I really love board wipes. It was what like attracted me to when I started playing more competitive TCGs instead of just like whatever was fun. So you'd see board wipes cost about 4 resources in those games, and I just loved it. It was hard not to play a 4-cost board wipe or keep it in your hand. 8 is still rough, but I mean, it is what it is. It gets us out of a lot of issues. So he gets to go first, which is perfect because I have Avenger, so I'll make him defeat one of his own units. There's Cassian, 5 smuggled out, which means he can ready. But Cassian is not a force-sensitive unit. I'll play the Avenger and make you defeat a unit you control. One card left, another Avenger. So another Avenger. I guess I will put a token on this unit with Tarkin. All right, he passes. Let's draw 2. Okay, I'll draw 2. Got the shuttle, and we got the fleet interdictor. So we're going space. We're going space for the late game here. Classic blue-black villain, or blue-green villain. We have Avenger out, that is a 9. We have a fleet interdictor with it's going to give us Sentinel in space, and we have a shuttle that's a 3/4. Shuttle can move a shield token or an experience token to a unit of mine. But Avenger I'm not too worried about. He needs another force unit to make force throws do damage. And there's a Falcon. So again, not too intimidated there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And play the fleet interdictor. It does have Sentinel. When it dies, it defeats a space unit that costs 3 or less. We'll go ahead and hit you for 9 and make you defeat a unit of your choice. Yeah. All right. And you take 9. Yep. You go from 12 to 21. Awesome. No, your force throw and your hand and your hand disruption is most of your removal. So yeah. Yeah, I was worried having 2 Avengers in hand and knowing like, oh, if he has a force unit, I'm screwed. Great. Jay, thank you so much for staying a little bit later and playing that 3rd game. Really appreciate it, as always. Yeah, so that was the deck, and I mean, again, like I had a lot of fun with this. Let's go ahead and take a look at that deck list again here. So again, we had Tarkin Vigilance here. This is a PQ top 8. There's a link in the description down below, and you can see a little bit more details, who played it. Again, this was here in the US at a smaller PQ in the East Coast. But yeah, 55 cards here. I really do think they kind of put more, they had a theme going in obviously early on. Getting a lot of these units, building it up the pressure, because you need Tarkin again to put 1/1 counters on units as he as you continue through the match. So everything else is just your typical blue-green package here: Overwhelming Barrage, Fall, Vader, No Glory, Reinforcement Walker, Blast, and Avenger. You got a couple of oddities in here, but ultimately this was a fun deck. I'd recommend trying it out at a showdown, or even taking it to just local things for fun. But yeah, this was super fun. I really enjoyed bringing out Tarkin. Appreciate everyone staying and watching. If you are in the Portland area, just a reminder, there is going to be a special 1K event, a great event to practice before going to Worlds, or to help others practice going to Worlds. You can find more information here in our Discord. You can message me directly. You can ask here in the comments. But we are doing a full 1K on July 19th over at Battleground Games Cafe in Central Portland, Oregon. So again, it should be a great time to practice. We're going to be streaming the event, and I'm going to have something special coming out here in the next couple days to prep everyone for the release of Legends of the Force, which I will be opening Carbonite packs as well as regular packs. We're going to do a case of Carbonite, a case of regular, and we're going to play a little game on what showcase we're going to pull. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate everyone's time, everyone in the comments. Appreciate Jay for the play testing. Again, thank you all so much. Have a great week, and may the Force be with you.